have a look at this piece of film or something in the Thames.
And this shit looks like a spine, dead ass.
The scariest thing is when they start shaking their heads and you know it's a big fish and your rod just like bounces.
Pack up, head over to that spot and shoot some sonar over there.
Whack them as hard as you possibly can.
Rivers wind through our landscape, bringing life and beauty to the land. But the depths of these waterways hold secrets that are sure to send shivers down your spine. While the ocean might seem deep, dark, unexplored, and frightening, that doesn't mean that the rivers of the world aren't home to their own terrifying creatures, horrifying objects, and unnerving discoveries. From giant fish to abandoned cities, there are hundreds of horrifying things found in rivers that would be better off left beneath the murky waters that trail through our lands. Our experts have searched the internet for the most intriguing things in the rivers that run across the globe, so prepare to be shocked by these bizarre, unnerving discoveries. No matter if you're already scared of rivers or looking to be horrified by some of the most unbelievable things found in these bodies of water, get ready to be amazed. Let's dive in and explore some of the most terrifying things found in rivers. NYC River Monster. Let's travel to New York City, where a horrifying sight was found washed up on the shore of the East River. In 2012, photographer Denise Ginley and her boyfriend were strolling along the river when they spotted what appeared to be a bloated, pig-like carcass. When they returned with a camera for a closer look, they noticed the strange features of the creature: long tail, hoofless claws, and 5 digits close together instead of a cloven hoof. The Parks Department jumped in to immediately dispose of the body, claiming it was a discarded cooked pig and nothing to worry about. However, residents and media outlets were not convinced, with some considering it to be a mutant monster from the city's sewers. These critics pointed out that it couldn't possibly be a pig, as the bloated body had no hair or snout. To this day, no one knows what the creature actually was, leaving many to wonder what other mysterious beasts might lurk beneath the surface of New York City's rivers. If this muted creature with a purple hue, long tail, and no hoof couldn't be identified, who knows what other horrors might be lurking in the murky depths. There's a reason nobody should go swimming in the rivers of the city that never sleeps, and this mysterious creature could be it. Pirarucu. Rivers are home to all things terrifying, creepy, and unnerving, but it's easy to forget that oceans aren't the only things home to apex predators. Meet the pirarucu, or the arapaima, the ancient air-breathing giant fish found in the Amazon River. This fish, one of the largest freshwater fishes in the world, grows up to 10 feet in length and can weigh up to a whopping 485 pounds. Despite being an important source of protein for locals living along the river, the pirarucu's population has decreased due to overfishing. While that's the case, it's not like this gigantic fish hasn't gotten its revenge. In 2009, there were reports of a pirarucu of similar size causing the drownings of 2 men in Kuala Berang, Malaysia. It's been reported to have powerful jaws and to be able to crush its prey with its tongue, which is littered with razor-sharp teeth. Some people might say the ocean is scarier, but we definitely wouldn't want to come face to face with a 10-foot fish in a river either. While this fish is an important protein source for those living along the river, maybe those living along the river are also an important protein source for the fish. Thames Monster.
Have a look at this piece of film or something in the Thames.
Let's travel to the Thames River in the heart of London, where sightings of a mysterious creature have sparked speculation of a possible Thames Nessie. In 2016, a video surfaced of a strange, unidentified creature swimming in the river, leaving experts and scientists stumped. Some have speculated it could be a whale, a pod of porpoises, or maybe even a trick of the camera. However, the recent sightings of a dark shape moving through the water and another strange object near the Thames flood barrier have reignited the speculation of a possible monster lurking beneath the surface. Could this be London's version of the Loch Ness Monster, or is it just another unknown species waiting to be discovered? A few weeks before the supposed sighting of the Thames Monster, wildlife experts admitted they were baffled by another video of a huge mass with 2 humps emerging from the river near the O2. No one knows for sure what these creatures could be, but one thing is for certain: the Thames River holds many secrets that are yet to be unraveled. If these repeated sightings of a river monster lurking beneath the surface of the Thames aren't enough to give you chills, then maybe the unknown and the possibility of what else could be living in the river will. Ball and chain. We're not quite done with the horrors of the Thames quite yet, because as one of the oldest and most historic rivers in the world, it has seen its fair share of mysteries. In 2009, two men were scouring the banks of the river when they stumbled upon a rusty iron ball and chain. And not just any ball and chain, but one that still had the leg iron locked on, suggesting a gruesome fate for its wearer. Experts believe the ball and chain, dated back to the 17th or 18th century, belonged to a prisoner who may have drowned while trying to escape. The fact that the iron was of high quality suggests that it wasn't just carelessly thrown away, but instead that something tragic happened to the wearer. Unless the ball and chain were somehow cut free from the prisoner, it's likely that it was thrown into the river with its wearer still attached, sinking to the bottom of the Thames and remaining there, hidden for centuries. Whoever the mysterious prisoner was, he most likely drowned, only later to be eaten by the crabs living in the riverbed. Rivers may seem beautiful and tranquil, but sometimes a dark, sinister past lies just beneath the water's surface. Gallic ship. Let's travel to the River Seine, where Arthur Forget made one of the most exciting discoveries of his treasure hunting career. Forget was a notorious antique seller in the mid-1800s who made a name for himself by searching the river for valuable objects. However, one find stood out above the rest, an entire Gallic ship dating back to the beginning of Paris itself. The ship was found near the tip of the Ile de la Cité, holding pieces of history that were thousands of years old. This discovery provided a glimpse into the daily lives of the people who lived in Paris centuries ago, and it remains one of the most significant archaeological finds in the city's history. While the ancient vessel itself wasn't particularly terrifying, the horrific story that the sailors no doubt experienced is enough to give chills to even the bravest of explorers. The thought of what other long-lost ships, treasures, and secrets might be hidden in the depths of the River Seine can truly send shivers down anyone's spine. Soviet tank.
Да вот, блядь, залез придурок.
Let's travel to Russia, where divers and military experts came together to make an astonishing discovery from the depths of the Don River. In 2016, the fully intact Wokyud T-34 Soviet tank was recovered from the river after sitting at the bottom for over 60 years. It was a remarkable find, as these tanks were typically destroyed in battles with Germany. This tank was entirely intact, almost as if it had been placed there yesterday. Even more eerily, there were no bodies found inside the tank, despite it being fully operational. This discovery provides a window into a time long gone and raises many questions. How did it end up in the river? Who was operating it? If no bodies were found in the tank, could it be that the tank somehow came to rest in this river by entering some sort of time portal where it could have been pulled out into the future? Whatever the explanation is, this Soviet tank pulled from the depths of the Don River remains a mystery and a chilling reminder of the horrors of war. The tank, seemingly completely unharmed, just goes to show that rivers hold many secrets, and not all of them have been revealed yet. Bodies.
Discovery of the torso of a young African boy floating in the River Thames in London.
The River Thames is one of the most beautiful and tranquil rivers ever, but it's also a place you should never, ever swim. Every week, the remains of at least one person are discovered floating in the Thames. In 2001, the torso of a young boy was found near the Tower Bridge, with his arms and legs cut off and traces of poison in his system. Police determined that this was a ritual killing, and the victim was thought to have been part of a human trafficking ring. This haunting discovery, along with hundreds of other bodies found in the Thames over the years, serves as a reminder of the dark side of human nature and the mysteries that still lie hidden in the river. It's a chilling thought that someone could be peacefully walking alongside the river one day and suddenly stumble upon a body, a victim of violence, a tragic accident, or other unknown circumstances. In another case, a body was found in the River Thames that was mutilated and missing its hands and feet, leading to speculation of yet another ritual and foul play. While most of these discoveries are reported as suicides, there are still some cases that remain unsolved and continue to haunt the local community. Until we can identify him and his family, we will act as his family, said Commander Andy Baker, in an attempt to humanize one of the many victims found within the river. Crocodile.
Actually eating all the rats in there, so that's how they actually found that there was a crocodile.
Let's take a trip down to France, where the romantic and famous Seine River is home to more than just lovely boat rides and picturesque views. In 1984, the crocodile scene around Paris caused quite the scare, as sanitation workers going about their duties discovered a 31-inch Nile crocodile crawling around near the popular Pont Neuf Bridge. It's still unknown how the fearsome reptile ended up in the city's sewer system, but it likely spent several months living there before being discovered and taken to a nearby aquarium. This alarming discovery has sparked rumors of other terrifying creatures lurking in the Seine, including snapping turtles, snakes, and dangerous pacu fish, known for supposedly attacking human genitals. Whether these rumors are true or not, the thought of sharing the tranquil waters of the Seine with deadly creatures is enough to give anyone nightmares. Maybe stick to taking photos and enjoying a relaxing boat ride instead of taking a dip in this French river. If you end up in the water, just try not to freak out if something large and covered in scales brushes past your leg. Hunger stones.
A years-long drought can devastate communities and ecosystems, but it can also reveal long-forgotten secrets.
Let's travel across Europe, where more and more eerie sights are being uncovered from the riverbeds. As droughts continue to worsen, European rivers are shrinking, revealing strange markings on rocks. These are known as hunger stones, and they were placed in rivers during the 15th to 19th centuries as a warning to future generations, engraved with phrases such as, "If you see me weep." These stones were meant to mark periods of famine and warn of the consequences of drought. These haunting landmarks serve as a reminder of the hardships and struggles that people have faced in the past and the potential for similar challenges in the future. It's a chilling reminder of the power and unpredictability of nature and a warning to take care of our planet before it's too late. Who knows what other messages and secrets could be hidden beneath the waters of European rivers, waiting for the next drought to be revealed. These stones were carved ages ago, but contain warnings for the people of the future. Warnings that will undoubtedly prove true as climate change continues to impact our world. According to a study team in 2013, the stones are engraved with the chiseled years of hardship and the initials of authors lost to history. These haunting engravings bring to life the struggles and suffering of those who faced famine and hardship during these times, reminding us of the importance of cherishing the resources we have and taking care of our planet for future generations. Bone Graveyard.
So we're at the American River,
Yeah, that's nice.
and this shit looks like a spine, dead ass.
Let's travel to the American River, where a TikTok user has just discovered a spine-tingling, no pun intended, discovery. So we're at the American River and this looks like a spine, said Ana Arias as she picked up the chain of bones that were resting in the water. Plenty of people go swimming in rivers to cool down, relax, and enjoy the great outdoors, but finding a spine and holding it up for all to see is definitely not the norm. The river has a long-standing reputation as one of the spookiest places in Sacramento, with numerous reports of creepy occurrences, ghost sightings, and of course, bodies being discovered. Fortunately, Arias and her friends were just fine, but this unnerving discovery serves as a reminder that not everything that lies beneath the surface is something we want to find. Whether it was a prank or a stray bone from a nearby cemetery, it's always best to be cautious when swimming in rivers and to keep an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. Apparently, 2 bodies were found near this river in the past few months, so it's clear that not all is well in its waters. And with the spooky video that Arias posted gaining thousands of views and comments, it's a safe bet that the American River will continue to be a source of horror and intrigue for years to come. Erin Foster and AMP Jeremy Bechtel.
But while we're here in town, there is another spot that I heard of that Jeremy liked to fish at. So let's pack up, head over to that spot, and shoot some sonar over there.
Rivers are home to many terrifying things, from hidden creatures to horrifying discoveries. In 2000, 2 teens, Erin Foster and Jeremy Bechtel, disappeared from Sparta, Tennessee, without a trace. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no evidence was found until 22 years later, when YouTube diver Jeremy Beau Sides found a vehicle belonging to one of the teens using sonar technology in the Calf Killer River. The car was located along the road leading to Foster's home, adding even more mystery to their disappearance. After the bodies were discovered, they were finally laid to rest, bringing closure to their families and the community. The case remains open, with no signs of foul play, leaving many to wonder what truly happened to the young couple and how their car ended up in the river. Sides uses sonar technology on his YouTube channel to solve missing person cases, but even with modern technology, there are still secrets that reside within the depths of rivers. I'm lost for words. I'm so glad I could find them. I'm so sad that that's where they ended up.
I don't know. It's a weird mix of emotions. I can't even explain it.
I can't believe it's been over 20 years that they've been sitting there waiting for someone to find them, Side said in his emotional video. And while this tragic discovery is terrifying enough on its own, it also serves as a reminder of just how many secrets our rivers hold, some of which are very much alive. The Ogwa.
And I saw what looked like it was a circle. It was big.
While there are many examples of river monsters that terrify communities across the globe, one of the longest-lived legends comes from the Monongahela River in West Virginia. According to the legend, the Ogwa is an aquatic monster that lives in the river and preys on unsuspecting deer that come to drink. Its appearance is described as having 2 heads, resembling a turtle, and measuring 15 feet long. The legend has been around since the late 1700s and has been used to warn visitors of the dangers lurking in the unknown wilderness. While many dismiss the Ogwa as a myth, there have been sightings and unexplained attacks that continue to fuel the legend. Some believe that it could be an unknown species of water creature, while others think it may have been a misidentified alligator or giant snapping turtle. Regardless of what it may actually be, the legend of the Ogwa lives on and continues to instill fear in those who venture near the Monongahela River. So, if you ever find yourself near this West Virginia river, be sure to keep an eye out for the Ogwa and other mysterious river monsters that may be lurking in its depths. There is an animal in this country that excites the admiration of all who have had an opportunity to view it, said one account of the Ogwa. TikTok suitcase.
What started as a fun adventure ended with a very grisly discovery.
Let's travel to West Seattle, where a group of teenagers stumbled upon a disturbing discovery while filming a TikTok video. In the video, the teens can be seen exploring a beach and jokingly hoping to find some money as they joke about using an app called Randonaut to lead them to a treasure. Instead, they stumble upon a black suitcase lying on the rocks near the edge of a waterway. Curiosity getting the best of them, one of the girls decides to use a stick to open the suitcase, only to be met with an overwhelming stench. Inside, they find a black plastic bag that they believe might hold food or a dead body.
So we can see if it's actually a dead body or it's just food.
But their worst fears are confirmed when the police arrive and announce that the contents are actually human remains. This shocking discovery has left many wondering who the victim could be and who could have left their body in such a desolate location. To make matters worse, the police announced shortly after this harrowing finding that there were in fact several bags found in the same area with human remains inside. A TikTok challenge turned into a nightmare for these teens, leaving them with a story that they will never forget and a reminder that some things are better off left undisturbed in the depths of our rivers. By this point, we were getting a little scared and nervous, the caption of the video read, and it's not hard to see why. Black sludge.
There's been a major pollution incident at one of the world's oldest national parks.
Some of the terrifying things found in rivers aren't actually the result of monsters or myths, but instead the result of human greed. Let's travel to Sydney's Royal National Park, where authorities were alerted to a shocking discovery in a usually pristine creek. When a man ventured to the park to take a run, he couldn't believe his eyes when he stumbled upon Camp Gully Creek, which had been turned to thick black sludge. Upon closer inspection, it was discovered that the source of the pollution was the nearby Metropolitan Colliery coal mine, which had spilled coal mining waste into the creek. This wasn't the first time the mine had a pollution incident, as they had been fined $15,000 just a few months prior. This terrifying discovery serves as a reminder that our actions as humans can have a detrimental effect on the environment and the creatures that call it home. In this case, a supposedly pristine and untouched area of the park had been ruined by the careless actions of a major energy company. Venturing to take pictures of the black sludge, the man was shocked by the thick, floating black custard that was covering the once beautiful creek. The photos and footage serve as a haunting reminder of the damage we are capable of causing to our natural world. Ohio crocodile.
Shadow, and I could see its tail moving.
Everyone knows the memes about Ohio, which have been spread virally online for years now. But what they don't tell you is that there may be crocodiles lurking in its creeks. In Bantus Fork Creek, a church group of children was playing in the water when they encountered a 5-foot-long crocodile in 2019. One moment, they were enjoying some summertime fun, and the next, they were staring into the eyes of a 171-pound predator that could have easily made lunch out of them. Thankfully, an adult spotted the crocodile and quickly quickly got the children to safety, while a wildlife officer shot and removed the creature. Officials have no idea how the crocodile ended up in Ohio, as they are not native to the state, leading to wild speculations about escaped exotic pets or some sort of bizarre prank. No matter how it got there, one thing is for sure: Ohio is just as bizarre as some people claim. The discovery of this terrifying river creature shows that even in the unassuming flat farmlands of Ohio, there are secrets lurking beneath the surface. "It was right over there. Like, I saw a black shadow, and I could see its tail moving," said one young girl who witnessed the crocodile. So, if you're planning a trip to Ohio and are thinking of cooling off in the local creeks, just remember, there may be a deadly crocodile lurking beneath the surface, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim.